Want me to hold your watch? Okay.
Okay. Welcome to Executive Next Level, and actually I'm here today in Ubud in Bali, and I've taken just a chance to, I'm here on holiday to speak to Symon. Now I don't even know your surname, Symon. Maybe we don't even need to know it, because I know that you're an artist, and my wife and I have just come across this place, and we're blown away by a number of things, and a lot of it's to do with what we see behind us here in terms of the power and the strength of what we're seeing in terms of Symon's stuff. And I wanted to take a couple of moments just to talk leadership, strangely enough, with Symon, and because I'm curious about what keeps you on the edge and keep, you know, something like this is so bold, you're putting yourself out there, and from a leader's perspective, how do we also keep stretching and moving?
Well, you know, first of all, we have an egg, right? So this woman's face is an egg. How many things you can do with an egg, right? And with our egg, right, everybody's egg, understanding that there's intimate and immediate, right, intellectual property shared every time you see another human, right? That's what keeps you on the edge, because they're telling you things every day, every minute, about what they want. And if you can listen to what people want, you can immediately start developing a way of leading them towards what you've got.
Wow, yeah.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know? The thing of it is that this place is open, right? And I call these places art zoos.
Yeah.
I have 2 of them. The animals, of course, are the people that come to visit, to see the art, right?
Okay.
And that by developing art zoos, or kind of an emporium, show space, showroom, which everybody ultimately must have for whatever their product is, right? Creating a copacetic environment, right, for people to express what they feel about what you're producing, right, what you're selling, what you're doing, right, and then your ability, right, to pick up on what they're telling you, and also to meet some of their demands, right, yeah, all of a sudden you'll need a lot more, right, yeah, of your own capacity and everything, and it starts you searching. Right.
So I'm really curious, what, every time you step up to the painting, you're starting afresh, you're putting a part of your soul, your heart, whatever it is, out there for everybody else to see, and that's a brave thing. What keeps you being brave?
The fact that I have no alternative, right? That when I see the pictures, and this is called reading, right? When I see the pictures, they keep changing right in front of me. So as they change, right, other pictures seem to be growing in the space around them, right? So in fact, it's an act of invention. The invention develops itself in the space of your frontal cortex, and then all of a sudden I can actually jump up and grab that with my brush,
yeah,
right? And that's why these things feel that they're fresh from the edge.
But so many of us don't step into that place because there's too many people around us saying, oh, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that, that's bad. They see something, they go, I don't like that, that's got a blue face, I would never, you know, that's awful. And so, but you either that, I don't know if that registers with you, or when it does register, it just keeps you, you know, keeps you moving. What happens? A lot
of rhymes, and they're very simple, and one of them is, you make yours playing a game, I make mine signing my name, right? Becoming a brand, right? And representing yourself, right? When you asked, well, is there another piece to the Symon name? Well, no, here in this part of Asia, we need one name, yeah, right? And that's quite enough, right? Because in fact, I work on producing Symon, right? In a constant, very theatrical fashion, right? Because it is who's going to go out on the website, who's going to go out into exhibitions, right? So in fact, developing yourself so that you have the confidence to present yourself, right, as what you're selling, yeah, right? And not just shoving something in the front and saying, this is the party line, this is what I'm supposed to be showing you. And then be brave enough to take it over for yourself, right? And that's what a leader does.
So what, I want to go to fear, because fear is a huge limiter in so many of us as individuals and leaders. What do you fear, and how do you take it on?
I think the biggest thing to fear is laziness, right? and not moving when you know you should be moving, right? And they say the Lord gets ready, you got to move, right? Well, of course, procrastination, right, and relying on other people to bring your ship in, right, is where people get lost, right, on that endless shore of deserts, right? Because you won't get there unless you jump up and do it, you know? And I've known that my whole life, right? That if I can grasp it, right, and start sharing it and start creating something from it, right, I'm very lucky, right? Because I've got the gift, right?
But I'm going to go to that because you've got the gift, and there's a gift in all of us. But you found yours, and somehow it's made sense to you straight away. And I just want to go to. I mean, we're in a location here that is quite amazing that Symon has developed himself, and you know, literally, you've created the space that you wanted for yourself, and there's nobody pulling your strings other than, well, but you have created this space for yourself, and so that you've stepped out there, you've taken this talent, you've just run with it. What if there have been hurdles? How have you overcome them? What has made you keep on that path?
Okay, so you earlier mentioned someone writing a poem and who's involved with the leadership movement, and in fact this enterprise was brought about by a poem by the American poet from New York, Tully Kupferberg, and his poem was, "Make it fast, keep it funny, don't forget, get the money," right? Yeah, and so I've been working, engineering things can be made very simply and very fast, so they have a spontaneous feeling to them, right? That have humor in them, right? And colors, strawberry colors and beautiful colors that get people emoting right away. People become happier because of the light bouncing off the colors. So I'm making it fast, I'm keeping it funny, and we don't forget, right? The focus is, right, to translate that into everything else we need. So make it fast, keep it funny, don't forget, get the money.
All right, Symon, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I wish you well in your move to your next location and more creations such as these. Thank you so much. Thank you.